the best time in the world ever to be an entrepreneur. That's when there's a crisis, because that's when entrepreneurs get to work. We are fix-it people. We fix everything. We think of solutions under pressure. So this will show you who the true entrepreneurs are. You're going to find a job, or you're going to make a job. And that's basically what happened with me after Hurricane Katrina. I mean, sorry about that. I had to literally, I had to practice before the storm, but after the storm, I was in a position of, do I just let it go? There are no jobs there. All the hospitals were basically closed. They were scrambling. It was a mess. What am I going to do? So in times like these, in crisis like these, you make the decision of, you're going to swim or are you going to just kind of sit there and let the boats pass you by? So I always say on one of my closing slides when I give speeches is that, in the game of basketball, I want to be on the court. I don't want to be, in the stands. I need to be on the court playing. So, how do you play? Well, you are going to figure out a way to make money. Think of whatever your strengths are and see how it can be monetized. If you want to write, okay, write books. If you want to speak, do public speaking. Whatever. You're going to really start to have to dig down deep inside to see what strengths you actually have and see how you can parlay that into a totally different career or either enhance what you already have. And the other thing is, for the ones who say, I don't want to do that. That's just not me. So, and that's fine, because there's a place for everyone, correct?
Yes.
So then, you really need to seriously look at maybe moving out of state, especially if your area is you just can't find anything. That's when you look at, headhunters, recruiters, and I have used them in the past, and they are incredible. They will find you a job. It may not necessarily be a specialty you want, but as an FNP, you can pretty much be a little flexible, and most places will take an FNP, correct? So another thing you may want to try to do is go back to school. I'm looking at the writing on the wall. I'm already taking care of psychiatric patients.
Yes.
Well, why don't I go back to get my psychiatric certification, postmaster certification? That may be something you can do if you like psychiatric patients. I like psychiatric patients. I've always worked with them. So I said, well, I might as well get my certification, since a lot of the medicines I'm already prescribing and I can't get paid for it because I don't have the certification. So something that simple can put you into another job category, which makes you more marketable, because we all know that psych NPs, that's the hot thing now. Everybody wants psych NP. The jobs are just plentiful in anywhere you go. So you may need to invest, but 18 months passes really fast. So in most postmaster certification are 18 months of even becoming entrepreneurial within that. You can open up your own practice, you can do, set up your own app, whatever. Sky is literally the limit, especially when, there's big demand and a shortage of the providers who can actually meet the demand. That's the position you want to be in.
So it sounds like you're saying is that everything is actually working for our new graduates. It's working perfectly. They have the credentials, and now they have the exposure to different things, that they're actually in their position to be the answer to the problems that we have today and the problems that will be trending tomorrow.
Absolutely. A lot of times the biggest barrier is you. Mm-hmm. Everything's out there, but how bad do you want it? And that's what a crisis shows you. How bad do you want to eat? How bad
are you hungry?
Family?
And I always say that in my little down voice. Are you hungry?
You just want a snack, or you want the entree?
Yes.
What's going on? And it's this type of situation. Oh yeah, it'll see. You'll see. You can easily tell who's hungry and who's just like, no, I'm good. I'm full. Okay. And that's fine. But, again, just know that these situations just clearly show you where you are, and it'll show you your family members, where they are. You see a lot of things, especially now that everybody's, quarantined, so I'm sure you're just now getting to know some family members,
Yeah. In the ways, yes.
Yeah, anyways. So I'm just saying, this whole situation has been very interesting.
Yes, it has. It's revealed a lot. It has revealed how we really, you don't know how you're going to conduct yourself in a crisis, but it also allows what's really in you to surface up. This is a good thing, and it lets you surface up. Okay, maybe you were struggling in something and taking that step out in entrepreneurship, and this was the perfect thing that happened for you to go.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And this scenario, I'm glad it sort of, came to me. It wasn't anything I was originally planning to do, but all the situations were aligned perfectly in that, there was this break, the kids were on break, and they were already, going to be gone. So, one thing led to the next. It's like, oh, I have a month off. Oh, okay. So clinicals were closed for, my clinical experiences for psych. They were closed down, and, just everything. I said, well, I've got about a month to kind of either sit here and drive myself absolutely crazy watching CNN every day, or I can get out there and do some work. And for me, my default is always work. I'm going to work. I may not be the smartest, but you're not going to outwork me. You're not going to do that.
Mm-hmm. Wow, this was so powerful. Out of everything that you said, the number one thing that I pulled away is to keep moving.
Absolutely.
Keep moving.
Yeah, because the movement will eventually create a spark, and you'll feel like, okay, it's really not so bad. It's when you stop and you start thinking.
And you start in your mind starts wondering, pardon me.
Looking and listening to the TV and listening to Facebook chatter. And it's like, you know what? But if you're moving, you don't have time to focus on that, because you're focused on your goal. Mm-hmm. And your goal, you really should be focused like a flint. This is what I want, and nothing's going to stop me. So you don't have time to get all caught up into conspiracy theories. What you need to do every day is focus on how you're going to keep food on the table, how you're going to stay in school, how you're going to graduate, how you're going to pay for school, mm-hmm. How I'm going to pass boards. Mm-hmm. Once I pass boards, how am I going to land a job? If that preceptor site that I was at is now closed, these are things that you need to focus on. And believe me, you focus on that, that's a lot of energy.
That is. And whatever you focus on or what you give your attention to, that's what's going to happen.
Absolutely.
That's what's going to receive the life.
Absolutely.
Everything you give attention to.
Absolutely.
Well, again, thank you for your words of wisdom. I know the graduates are going to just feel like this is exactly what they needed in order to take that next step.
Mm-hmm.
And
I hope so. Thanks for having me.